The number went up. The laws of time and space mean nothing. As we resume Grand Cross, where, as stated at the end of previous session/video, I did some off-camera art basement grinding to do a little bit of exploration of the jobs available, in order to avoid getting too far in, too deep, too, like, nullifying the curve, such as it is. I've restrained myself to mostly only exploring options that cost like 100 points or less. Just grab all the low-hanging fruit just to see what is available. So across these 4 characters I've explored all of the cheap stuff that is up for grabs, which has given me a greater variety of moves, but still not yet a complete set. I've also, in the process of that, seen a couple of jobs get mastered that were not very expensive. Red Mage was very quick to sort out, and Berserker, and let's see, Dragoon also has been mastered by someone, yes. Dragoon is only 2 levels. Getting masteries, and yeah, Summoner over here has only 3 levels. That was mastered relatively swiftly. And those are good things to find in exploring the randomizer, because I did confirm that the altered randomized stats are what will be inherited by Freelancer. And so, since most of these wound up being better than they were before, mastering any combination of those in relatively quick order is going to result in some pretty good stuff as far as having a main combat chassis. I will actually move forward. I am just going to pick one fight with the art before heading out, just to illustrate one other thing that had occurred to me I did not show during the earlier... So, one, note that I have acquired many consumables. Art Basement provides a lot of cash dollar to finance our efforts. So anyway, the other thing about Art Basement that makes it a really good site to grind, particularly in Fiesta context, is that as a fallback, there is a mechanic associated with all, like, enemies that are made of stone. Mostly the, like, slabs that you encounter elsewhere, but also these statues, that if you take a soft, here, gold needle elsewhere in the later versions, the thing that cures petrification, and use it to de-petrify a stone enemy, it dies. You've just converted it into nondescript meat mass. It is now harmless. In particular here, the fights in the Art Basement will pay out well in excess of the cost of the number of gold needles you need to throw in order to defeat a fight in the Art Basement. So, any standard party can profit from art. Although, this is an advantage that itself is complicated here in Grand Cross, where some classes don't have item. So that caused some inconvenience. Anyway, let's move on. You must go to Dragon Valley to find dragon grass to heal dragon wounds. Guys. Having that early is going to do a lot of good. That's a fine, productive friend. Well, also found animal friends. That was on... let me check the old chart here. That was on Mystic Knight. Friend to all animals. Quadro, nice. Appreciable bits. That he was well done. There are room for many noises near the bit whale. And you're doing that without rod synergy. If for some reason you wound up wielding this bell, stop that. The reason being that the bell nominally has higher attack power. Ahoy, Wolf Village. Yeah, we have our hands on a spell that we're not supposed to get until the end of this world, so smooth sailing, even more so than already when we had, item slash and so forth. At no point in the random run have I really been imperiled, just confused. Intrigued. I suppose the issue that gets illustrated within the randomizer is that enough of the classes have filler moves that there's a lot of noise in the ability shuffle. Like, oh boy, somewhere in the art grind I found where equip shield is on Samurai 4. Oh boy, I can equip shields at last. And like still out there as well is equip sword, equip helmet, equip heavy armor, because there's a lot of filler in Knight's moves. Stuff that's useful in the regular context of the game where you know what anyone is going to be able to equip. Or you can use that to make like shield mage and so forth. But then also those abilities are only useful for so long as you're using the standard classes and not just recompiling everything on your freelancer for the end game. "30 years ago." And then like other filler moves that I've found over the course of the art grind. Let's see. Found preemptive. I found a couple more levels of Spellblade. I can now get up to Spellblade 5 as an equipable. I found HP plus 10. That's Red Mage completed its wonderful act of being a disappointment. It's 2 levels. Cover and health plus 10. That's it. 10%, mind you, but still. Just health plus 10. Which there is also a health plus 20 and health plus 30. Maybe a plus 40? Those are all monk abilities in the vanilla game. Red Mage and Dragoon, terrible classes, excellent stat grids that I can quickly master. So by just having everyone explore those, I'll be able to get a pretty good attribute baseline. Red Mage has good mysticism, Dragoon had good physicals. Everyone's number will be very strong. You two are from space. You are a dual citizen of space and not space. Alright, there. So having pummeled an old man, we now have access to Wolf Village. Show me what you got, Wolfman. Poison rods, elbows, and I think at 2,000 bucks, that might be the good. No, that's not Puma. Puma is properly labeled as Puma. Diamond shields and armor remain pretty nice to see around. Oh, I suppose another thing to illustrate for how Art Grind went, I found out over the course of Art Grind that the Shuffler gave the statues a rare drop of Strength Vests. Rare drops in this game are like 1 in 128? Or something like that? I can actually go confirm on my reference material. 5 is very well documented on such things. Operates in here somewhere. Yeah, point being, I got a bunch of those for free for art. Lumina robe. Take one of those. Tiger mask. Right, there's the steel formula, where rare steels are 10 out of 255. A bunch of classes have been held back by only being able to equip standard leather. Terrible. These should just be the same 3 shops. Rare items are 16 out of 256. And yeah, this is the same old we've seen before. Yeah, 1 in 16 chance of getting a rare drop. I think that's everything I need to do here. Especially getting Requiem, that on its own carries you through Dragon Mountain pretty well. Kill him. Kill him, my friend. Dropping copper armor. Probably as their common drop, so the way item drops work in 5. If something has a common drop, it will always drop, unless its rare drops instead. And then rares are a 1 in 16 chance of dropping. Another bell. Now, the great tragedy of this randomizer. Beyond any other concern I have raised regarding its content, raised or demonstrated, is that now do not interfere with me, Drippy. I have an important mission. Though I could try to learn Magic Hammer off one of these fellows. Try to. I have control. I could force him to give me Magic Hammer. I forgive you. This is acceptable. Bone Mail died for a good cause. Not regular Flare, but specifically Flare Spellblade. Bone Mail has ascended to the next level. Bone Mail has attained its super form. The legend is true. Prophecy fulfilled. So for context of someone who is perhaps watching this run before having seen anything else related to 5, normally that skeleton contains a suit of armor called the Bone Mail. It has very good physical resist in exchange for the drawback of anyone who is wearing Bone Mail becomes undead. So healing becomes damage, poison becomes healing, and they cannot be revived if KO'd while wearing bone mail. This makes it a suit of high risk, questionable reward armor that I maintain the hope of finding good bone mail strats. They exist, hypothetically, somewhere, trust me. Believe in bone mail. Or bones believe in you. Give you control. And then give... yeah, you learning. Let's go get that hammer. Bone mail is out there somewhere. If nothing else, you can steal it off an enemy in the void. Magic hammer there, a blue spell that cuts MP in half. Quite handy. More darkness. That's... dark bow, I suppose? Yeah, dark bow. Mystic Knight itself has natural Spellblade access. I have not yet found the equipable Spellblade 6. Out there somewhere. Alright, boxes. Boxes that wound up with their vanilla contents. That is exactly what occurs here, where if I sort things out, I should find that air blade. What they called, yes, the katana. Which my white and time mages can also use. Glory to the crown. I fully charted the Berserker. Berserker has been mastered by someone. It contains Escape, Barrier, Brawl, and Time Magic level 2. So, no abilities that are useful to equip, but it was also very inexpensive to master, so it's another good source of stats. Getting so many free hero drink. Check if Lena can equip the Hypnocrown in her current wizard form. Control is also just good in its own right. It's a fine move. It's turn your enemy against themselves. No, you cannot use the crown. Which classes are chosen of the crown? Many. Given that I've also hit something that costs 1000 AP is sitting at Black Wizard level 5. May as well jump you into another class. Let's see what else is good to explore. That's where you on the forefront of exploring. Gamer and Chemist are both largely new ground. Really, the best accessory you could pick out was leather shoes. This randomizer does not generate any sort of spoiler file for consultation. I have been manually documenting things as I find them. We did not receive Mime, so presumably Mime is still in the Mime Crystal. That is exactly what would have to be there. Mime is Mime, and Mime alone. Mime enough at last. Since we have good level summons, let's retrieve Golem. Yeah, the optimized command just goes by defense rating for armor and attack rating for weapons. So it will often make poor decisions. Golem, my friend. This is one of the bosses which is not heavy, and thus is vulnerable to various death effects. I was expecting to use the killer bow to do that, but yeah, slash works too. I also could have applied Deathclaw to it out of my blue. Hold on here, I want to review something stat-wise. Dragoon has great vitality, mediocre strength, okay agility. Berserker has excellent strength and vitality. And then Red Mage has good strength, agility, and magic. So yeah, just mastering Berserker and Red Mage should give me a pretty strong attribute grid for freelancing. Picked up preemptive at some point. Berserker, do your dance. I have documented 2 abilities that are in Knight. It has Chakra and Black Magic 4. I have already checked off camera that Freelancer will inherit the stats that are on these classes as they've been shuffled to. The game just consults the stats where they are stored for the class. Which is where the change has been made. All very well in order. it occurred to me, since there's no guarantee of chicken, I may as well fight things. There's no sense in farming escapes until I've confirmed where the knife is wound up. And it could be anywhere. Could be nowhere. Perform the greatest act of cowardice of all, and not even appear in the game. The YouTube uploads will not be up to date as of the time this stream is occurring. There was a session some days ago at regularly scheduled time. And then this is the first of some supplementary sessions to get this all concluded before Fiesta proper begins.
Beep.
Welcome. Beep. Also, it occurs to me that if I'm going to start thinking in terms of building my eventual freelancers, which is also a good idea. For example, Ferris already has that covered. She mastered both Red and Berserker. She has the power. Be having everyone else dip into this as well. The best of their abilities. But did you? No, you do not have any of the equips I've found. Yeah, just work on getting those two through those stat ups very quickly. Get them out of the way. And while they're at it, just Black Robes and Farah. And some swords. They'll do okay. They're functional. This is still just a smidge before where Red Mage starts to become insufferable in the regular game. They are only just starting to fall behind. Whereas now, by strength of numbers, they will remain relevant. Not particularly good at any sort of wizardry, but they can lift. So yes, the other Red Mage level, almost 100 points, but that's not too big an ask. Then it's done, and you have those numbers locked in. This, I envision, would be another key element of strategizing around a randomized FF5. Looking for cost-effective attribute fixing for your eventual freelancer. Dance is a natural extension of the berserking arts. There is much art to be attained from harnessing rage. It occurs to me I could front row the Berserker. It has non-garbage armor. It also has turned the art grind money into very large piles of consumables. This is in great part because I have access to Mix, and Mixes, even off just store-bought ingredients, are quite good and competitive. Even if we never find another turtle shell or dragon fang, Mix is good. Mix can carry a game. And yeah, also seen there, the second rank of Berserker, just 15 points and it's done. Then you're done. Then you have the Strength of Anger. Carry it with you always. Once we are deeper into World 2, I will go and visit Gill Cave, just to see if any sort of shenanigans occurred to the prize floor. And yes, as of this point, I have only received fire at a level beyond 1 of the standard elemental attacks. Bio was available in store, though. Let's see what the Greatsword became. It said Greatsword, but is it? Do I now have a second Greatsword? I do. So that was not a box. That was the other kind of item that stays properly fixed in place and doesn't get shuffled by the randomizer. So maybe Chicken Knife will still be there. It doesn't live on the standard treasure table. The Great Sage. Lena is not intimidated by poisonous herbs. She is no stranger to the dragon grass. Alright, aircraft attained. And with that, access of most of the rest of World 2. I'll go ahead and visit Surgate before flipping the event flag at Sage Cave. Howdy, neighbors. Here, very importantly, Beat Song. Just to be sure, yes, good. Books. The hell is a Mafuji? Which bow is this? What is this bow called in other versions of the game? Apparently it is the rune bow elsewhere? Heavy Spear, Poison Axe, Flame Sword, and Ice Brand. Dark Hoods, those are another... That's top level, that's what they call the Black Cowl, the Ninja Hood. At least I'm reasonably sure that's the case. Take a look at... Yep, that's Ninja Hood, definitely. That is top level equipment. I will take 4. Well, 3. I already have 1 ribbon. Ribbon would outrank that in any relevant situation, and yeah, these magic stores are all the same. Standard set. So yes, probe the Sage Cave, then we do Boat Fight, then we do Barrier Tower, and we have Submarine, and I will go get Catoblepus, since we have some levels of summon, and might have to rely on summon in some situations. Given that I cannot rely on the various standard chromatic magic showing up at the right time. Look, they preview the Meat Fort. They show you that Meat Fort's a thing before you actually see Meat Fort. Look at it pulsate. Yeah, we're probably going to get at least a little bit of the experience of having items you don't normally see because they're rare drops or rare steals showing up somewhere else and thus getting screen time. Like, who knows, this might be a run where I actually see the Tinkerbell. The bell that's okay. Or the Rune Chime. That's really annoying to normally get. That thing that should be the sealed legendary weapon instead of just Earth Bell. So it occurs to me, a lot of the treasure in the pyramid, thinking ahead, will be properly fixed in place because it's monster in a box rewards, which from what we've seen so far, have not been shuffled. You know what? Since you can't shield anyway, go ahead and double grip that sword. You stick with your higher level white, since that provides us with good recovery. Since it's actually a full set of white magic. Now we rest.
Beep.
Yeah, I forgot to rob him at the bridge. We can still get him, you know, here, the castle, and the void. Or wait, actually, does theft start here? Maybe I didn't rob him at the bridge because there's nothing to steal at the bridge. Right, because you get to rob him twice in the void. Regular-wise, and then hard mode. But it looks like I have the perfectly ordinary glove. Yes, good. I forgot to crime him at the bridge because that's not a thing. I forgot to do a thing that isn't necessary. I misplaced something that doesn't exist. Yeah. Alright, so this also means I don't have guaranteed sources of reflect rings, either by farming them in Barrier Tower or by stealing them in Meat Fortress. Which should be fine because I have ways to get at other things. I'll have Carbuncle eventually. That's not too big a worry. So long as I find a high enough level 7 move to use Carbuncle. Let's just climb Barrier Tower. There we go. Rank 2, Berserker picks up Brawl. That is the bare-handed attack move. That is Punch Like a Monk. put these back in some semblance of an order. Yeah, that makes sense. These are most important things that need to be easy to find. Now, everything that is an ingredient is generally grouped up there. Space for beverages. Dragon scales go there if we find them. Let's get a blood sword. That is what I believe, by my recollection, is in this monster in a box. The blood sword, and later the gold hairpin should be fixed. I can lock these down with love songs. Bloodsword, welcome. The Hydra is powerless before the mysteries of the dance. I can get Air 3 while I'm here, maybe? Or no, I'm more thinking of crystals are where I get Air 3. I'd have another chance to get Air 2 if I'd missed it. I could get Time Slip, but I never find uses for Time Slip. Yeah, that one. Time slip is sleep and old. Although, as a 2 status move, if the target is immune to either of them, it blocks the entire move. So it's preferable to have your Source of Old decoupled. I found heavy. Heavy spear. This box is full of weight. Not things which have weight, but weight itself. So in the normal run, these fellows are very important because they can drop reflect rings, rarely. And for a lot of teams, this is one of your only good ways to survive some of the ruder boss fights out there. And just generally useful. So in some normal runs, some Fiesta runs, you spend a very long time slaying these men. Until you have a full working set. the mysteries of the dance. Should crime more of these. Just to investigate. Just to be sure I seek out all treasures. Very nice. Appreciable bits. And there we go, that's a Mastered Berserker, and with that, many powerful numbers to transfer over. Actually make you a thief. I'm thief? Blue thief? Time thief. Yes. Time crimes. That's the stuff. Yo, what's up? My cousin. My good friend, Twin Lance. What a find. That remains feasible indefinitely. Math machines. Could stop a while and work with the math machines. Not these math machines in particular, but I could get a fresh set. After I verify my current state of math. So the Twin Lance there, very confusingly named, but very good weapon. The idea from the artwork elsewhere is it's supposed to be a chain sickle? Just a knife on a rope to swing around like a madman? Decently powerful weapon that swings 2 attacks every time it attacks. I do have Spellblade 6. Found Spellblade, or that might be... no, it's a level 6 ability because it's Spellblade 5. Because the first Mystic Knight ability is Barrier. Yes, those are offset. Never mind. So current math, we're all at 26. Which for the most part isn't anything. That's even and that's it. Right, I should put on control. the other half of the equation. Should be able to look these up on the guide here. Where they have all of the math except flare. They have doom, they have old, and they have quarter. If I can pick up old here. Or okay, it's not part of their normal attack routine, it looks like. Have to take control. Do you have any moves? Gravito. The Gravity Man. Just gravity. Various flavors of gravity. Come on, buddy, what do you got? You've been assigned a rare steel. Give it to me. In there somewhere. Gravito, my friend. There is only one way this ends. Relinquish your treasure, Gravito. What is waiting behind this gravity crime? There, that will be one less action to take in the cycle as I await the crimes. Bravito. So what does it work here? So for theft, things can have 2 slots for what they would give. Common and a rare. Steal has an accuracy rate for attempting to steal at all, and then a chance of getting either the common or the rare thing. If the common steal slot is empty, then you will either... If you would have stolen the common, you just failed to steal. However, the target remains uncrimed. So, in the case of a creature that has only a rare steal, if you are patient, you will get it eventually. Whatever it is, it will be mine. Well, he's now out of mana. I'll return the use of its brain, for now. We are now very fast and have regen on. A whole high potion. We saved 400 smackers. See, that's the kind of number you can use to help fill the whale pool. This one's the hairpin. It is quite vulnerable to math, and thus to itself. Control's a real good move. Right, except you are incompatible with all hats up there. You at least, comparatively. For what that's worth on a bard. On a learn bard. You can put it to good use. I think they'll arrange the party more sensibly to fight Atamos. There we go. There's a healthy well bed. There's my Katana White Mage. So let me see here. Summoner was terrible. Direct stuff was, but still has outlandish magic power, and just be sure on my chart. Yes, Summoner was easily mastered, so we'll probably have a bunch of people master Summoner just to get that number. Not right this moment, though. It is time of Atomo. What time is this? Time 5. Yeah, that's enough time. That is a team with which to do, like, a standard, straightforward, actually fight the boss run of Atomos. And since I found Conceal, I could also cheese him. Just not necessary. Also, it occurs to me, if I did not already, the hairpin should definitely be on Lena rather than RNG. supposing that's not how I already set it up, since she's in possession of the much more expensive spell. There's the move. Excellent. So, I'm here to stop you, says the talking door. Did I not get... I never found sleep. Or wait, no, sleep is black magic, not white. There it is, yeah. I knew I had sleep. There we go. So, structure of the boss fight is, if everyone is awake, he will throw comets until someone is unconscious. And then, if someone is unconscious, he will slowly drag their body forward until such time as they're consumed by the abyss, while otherwise doing his regular attack cycle. His weakness is you can put him to sleep. Magic attacks do not disrupt sleep. We just get to hammer on them. Wizards. I don't know how the dragging interacts with row positioning. If Ferris is now considered in, like, the super front row, or if she still gets the benefits of being back row, despite having slid forward appreciably. That's a question. So this is one of the standard ways to fight Atomos. The more standard way is the straightforward boss fight is just a damage race. Take him out before he finishes consuming your team. With a bit of micromanaging, you can, like, let someone get dragged most of the way over, then revive them and knock someone else out, so that they then need to spend time being dragged forward. Stuff like that. And the more advanced way to defeat him is if you can run him out of mana, he will get stuck in the first part of his script. If he does not have enough mana to cast Comet, then he just gets locked up trying to kill someone with a move he does not have. And when this cup starts to fill, strange things happen to the physics around it. Develops a repulsive field. The bits have magnetized the whale. And 2 hard hits to disrupt the flow. Gravity behaves strangely in general in the whale pool. Look how sharply the ones that get scattered are falling. Perhaps this is ultimately the whale's doing. With, like, enough bit to be comfortable, and then just kind of shrugs off the rest. I've not yet investigated how to fine-tune bit behavior. It's also the case there's like 2 or 3 major BitCup tools out there. So if there are others who've achieved customizing the bit physics. They aren't necessarily using the same one I am. Such are the mysteries. And at the moment, rather than immediately moving forward, I want to meander my way over to Moor. See what is in their powerful shops. And then I will go collect Catoblepus. The Cursed Ring. I believe the ring is the cursed item of that set. Yes. And Chicken Knife will not yet be down there. Cursed Ring has very high defense, but makes its user condemned. Or wait, I have a thief in hand. I'd be able to see secret passages automatically. Normally this shop is where you get your Agas, and hey, look! Cold, lightning, haystacks. Just gonna do a full roundup of all the pianos in World 3. All in Berserk are here. A quarter-old Ice 2, hello, you will be good filler. And let's see, what's here? What's her gear? Crystal Shield, good, that's endgame. Diamond is on pace. Miter, White Robe is here. Very nice. And in weapons, Orichalcum Knife, Air Knife, Heavy Spear, Bison, Elf Bow, Ogre Axe. Nothing stand out there. White Robe is competitive with Black Robe. Similar defense. White Robe boosts stamina in exchange for a bit less raw magic boost. Vitality. Health number. In a normal run, you find one of those in the pyramid, and it will serve you well. Hero drink from the Iron Back. And a mystery from the Druid. Give me your treasure. He gave himself image and is now trying to punch himself, to no avail. Beautiful. I should probably pick up Dark Shock. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know, I'm not really planning on leaning heavily on blue. It's good and all, and it's there, but I feel like doing other things just out of preference. Alright, very well, you choose to die. And you drop Kotetsu. Okay. So also I should get back to, since I'm cruising again, back to learning my moves here. Get those good numbers secured. Alternatively, I could put another Berserker through their paces. Alternatively, Ironback. Surfaced. Time to hunt. It was a quick hunt. Just hit him with your sword. Oh right, Demon Eye is a counter. Berserker. Go get him. There's something to crime off you. I will pursue this mystery. Or not. We have received the bleeper. Rude. Druids. Now, into Sage Cave. Only a couple of spots where treasure exists in this cave. Cotton Rose. I never memorized this whole cube thing. Box of rocks. Wind form metamorph. Could get air out of this. Ah, that's a shame. Learn Zerker. Keep that from happening again. Gunk, which is itself covered in gunk. Multi-layered gunk. Okay, wind mode again. Coin flip as to whether it will give me the move. Move received. Yeah, Morphove is a real hassle for anything related to, anything related to theft or to drops. There's two layers of it. One, each of his different states he can be in, he is a different entity with a different table for that. And then, second, there's actually more than one kind of metamorph. there's like a separate entity for each morph sequence he can go through. Like this one that opens with Wyvern instead of Air Demon. That's a different creature. They have some things in common with each other, and others not. Some Fiesta teams want the item that is a rare drop off of Metamorph if you kill him in Old Man form, but only in man form. He has managed to take on any other shape, he will not drop the thing you need for those runs. Fortunately, Chaos reigns, so there's no telling what's in anywhere. Laws of space and time are optional. Frog mode. There is no controlling frog mode. The mystery solved. Change form, 2 bits. Final Fantasy V was wildly ahead of its time. In terms of online content integration. Cat mode? Alright, so this is new information arriving now. Miss Ferris pushes into a higher level of Bard and attains Elf. Which I think is the multi-target revive command? That's what it's labeled? Heals various conditions. It's Chemist 4. The refresh move. Sage Cave experience. Just carving a path through endless waves of shapeless old men. On a normal run, I would have Warp. I'd be able to just teleport back out of here and all future dungeons. Fortunately, Warp was shuffled and replaced with nothing. If I'm to have Warp, I must find it somewhere in the wilderness. The Great Forest of Moi. Since warp was shuffled away from me, we need to take the long way home. Could I give Galuf the hairpin? Maybe this thief can accessorize. Nope, off limits. And fair enough, since we do have those ninja hoods. Fascinating. Okay, so Confused does interesting things to the Morph script. Alright, 19 more points for Lena to be done with Red Mage. Which should be around on schedule for its switch up to Berserker. He has some moves. Yeah, not much to say about making our way out of Morph Cave. Here it is. Cave of Morph. Could use these to learn Vampire. They didn't pick that up ages ago. Berserker. Berserker. Ogre Axe is a reasonably big axe. I want to say it's normally found in, like, the Waterfall Cave? Maybe? Vampire is not worth waiting around for. I won't bother with fishing that out. If it happens on the way, that's fine. Not something to wait up for, and let's see. Surgate will still be around, and will still be around. All the settlements in World 2 survived the merge. Not enough for Wall or Berserk right this moment. Grabbled! I found Return just in a box somewhere before. Wait, hold on, there might be... There's loot inside this pub. No. Very good, then. Into Hellwoods. Gonna hit all the pianos later in the endgame, since they'll all be there. Earth robes are a reasonably valuable steel. And crescent boomerangs. Also reasonably valuable. And they drop coral swords. Something in that fight dropped coral swords. As they're common. Alright, there's another Master Berserker. Just as a benchmark here, let me put you into freelance mode for a moment. That's some good stuff. Those are powerful numbers. But you could also stand to finish red. Red will give you more agility. You're red and blue. Or, actually, no, you don't have high-level black. You do. Or no, you don't either. There are at least plenty of boxes in here. We'll find many secrets in these woods. Of the two, I wonder which is more valuable. Since I am taking these as vendor trash, for the most part, like, I could probably, like, dual-wielding crescent boomerangs, it's probably pretty okay. Having an octet of those could be worthwhile. Tricorn hat. What can I steal from trees? Copper something. Okay, unimpressive. We'll steal these small men's boomerangs and dispose of the rest. Red Zerker. Do-over. Any one of these trees could one day grow up to be the ultimate wizard. Dream big, hill trees. Because copper something isn't worth much doesn't mean I won't steal it. Just salvage all the old wiring out of these trees. After I've gotten Bart's and Lena's masteries settled, I will flip somebody into Black Mage. Or really, I could do that. Stop and check here. What moves are in Black Mage itself? Time 3, Dash, Red 3, and Berserk known to exist in there so far. Worth it. I mean, I'm putting away my songs, which are great for crowd control. Magic is great for murder. Another Fire 2! Although, maybe... Nope, we only have Ice 2 of the Ice Blade. Fortunately, we have all 3 Aga Blades. These are the important ones, the status effect blades, and then the biggest damage blades. Those are all intact. Now we just have 26 redundant copies of Fire 2. That is a move I have never used in any previous run of the game. I completely ignored its existence in the past. By the time this is over, we will have many coral swords. A whole reef of swords. We will also possess many robes. Many robes and boomerangs. There we go. Health plus 10. Mastery of red magic. Become as Berserker. The one place where actually that move will be very helpful. Read our code. Crystal fight should go pretty straightforward. I have many of the responses to the crystals. Got gravity, I have rings. I have the claw. I have chemistry. Which reminds that I should bring up the chart here, and let me check. Because there are mixes give you absorption of elements, of at least the core 3, Fire, Ice, Lightning, which are, yeah, Phoenix Down Antidote, Phoenix Down Eye Drop, and Ether Eye Drop. So, fairly expensive, but yeah, I could put more Fire too. Have options. The copper unknowns there might be Vest, might be Shield. probably be very easy to check by just which do I now have unreasonable numbers of. Vests. Apicurious. Alright, so that's the exit. Other thing I never memorized, layout of this forest. I just sort of left-hand rule it. And of all the things, I never picked up Goblin Punch. At some point I could set aside the time to learn to gunch. Free ninja hoods are appreciated, if redundant at this point. Had I already documented Thief level 4? Yes. I've documented Thief up to level 5. We'll get Aim and then Summon 3. Fair change. Starting to run down my mana supply. My ethers are much more valuable as ingredients for chemistry than they are as recovery. I'll just hold off on the wizardry for a bit. Save those fireballs for less pleasant encounters. Or have it stolen from me by tiny thieves. Right, everyone is well past the point where a tent is not a full recover. Burn through all of these then. 3 days in Hell Forest. Gold scroll. There are a couple more boxes between us and the crystals. This leg of the journey I want to keep right. That was less than full power. A good waste of a move. Give him a pop. He'll survive. Okay, I need to unconfuse that wizard. Now, like... Wise up. A diamond anything could be pretty good right now. Diamond ring, by the looks of it. Diamond glove. Diamond the accessory. We get a chance to refresh and a chance to save between us and the crystals. The Great Fire of Moor. Alright, that is not changed, and probably the rest of the stuff relating to the forest fireboxes is also not changed. We have the shield. So, for the reference of those new, that box over there contains the Aegis Shield, unless you wait until after the forest burns down, as will happen in a moment. If you wait, the box instead contains a Flame Shield, which is, for pretty much all possible categories, worse. As the Aegis Shield here in FF5 blocks 1/3 of everything. Everything. There is no attack that it does not have a chance to block. It just has its own special scripting. It can just stop any effect that is trying to apply itself. Any hostile effect. Good shield. Alright, another master of the red art. So that's your attributes pretty well settled. For eventual freelancer status, which means I am back to exploring your job options. Places to go, things to see. Work on Archer. Be an Archer with blue. An archer who could use blue, but instead very precisely swings a sword. I will back row him. And give him a gun. And another Master Berserker. You've attained knowledge of anger. Let's see, where are you at the cutting edge? You are as far as I've gone in Geomancer. Sure. Practice your elements. Okay, so these boxes were successfully shuffled. Just not so much the other ones. Endure a bit of menu squeaking while I get all this sorted out. And then this path over here is an exit back to the world map, where we can save and camp. "25 coral swords." Behold the largest tree, the king of all trees. But actually, since I already got Air 3, no need to learn the dance floor in there. Here we go, Crystal Fight. Crystals of the Second World. Alright, there's one. This is a boss fight that is quite dangerous, because while this initial state that it's in is pretty mild, of they're just punching us, eventually, when they are below about a third of their health, they get mad and start throwing out some really powerful moves. Also, each of them absorbs a thing and negates some other things. They can be quite difficult to dismantle. One of the approaches for dealing with them is that they are not immune to many powerful moves of your own. So you can set them up for quick kills. For example, Deathclaw, which drops to critical health and stuns when it hits. They're not immune to that. I thought to bring in my time magic, they're also not immune to gravity. No, I should remind myself which of these is fire. Hopefully I have not already killed it. That one. That one is fire. That one dies last. Since I have the two flame rings on. They are also very fast, particularly when angry. You want to follow up quickly, because sometimes they just do not stay down. Maybe put up a layer of shells. None of them reflect, so you can freely probe to find out which one is which. Do a couple rounds of recovery to get back to full. Then we resume. Come on, you got this. Or, you know, these things happen. And the one at the back is wind. Yeah, we'll just brute force it. The other option I brought in here is they're not immune to, say, the death that will occur off that death bow. could just shoot a crystal with a gun. See, now it is mad. Fortunately, with the shell up, that's a pretty manageable amount of damage. Take a bit longer to dismantle this one. Without access to a big old magic bludgeon. Are you immune to bolt? Yes. Hey, now he mad. And we done. Delicious points forever. Yeah, this whole sequence is kind of... It's very close to peak. The Light Warriors don't understand what they're doing. They're just bumbling into things and trying to hero their way forward with no clear sense of what anything does or what the big or sometimes even medium picture is. Like, they knew something important was in this forest, so they went to this forest and got to the middle of the forest, to the Great Elder Tree, and then, you know, stepped on the wrong branch and angered the Crystal Guardians. So like, yes, a fight! Let's fight! We'll do a fight! And then, you fools, you fought the wrong thing. You done goofed. Damn. Oh well. Let's continue. This battle is unlosable. Galuf is driven by forces greater than numbers. Though it can take longer than you might want if you did not bring Galuf in with a particularly large weapon. There, I can unback row him. Much better. Alright, we're progressing. Okay, 13 and a half hours in, we are pre-meet forward, and arriving at a good point for a cutoff for the session. Having proceed, final party member, who is mechanically just a continuation of previous party member. She inherits everything. Continues as normal. Taking up the cause. Right, time problem. Next time, this number may go up further. I might do a bit more art exploration, but mostly team will go assail the meat forward and move on to the final act of the game.